episode of Chat E. Really pumped for you to tune in this evening. As always, it's such a treat to connect with so many new people, continue forming and building community, and just spreading love and motivating. So very happy to have everyone. Tonight's chat is going to be super fun as always, and seriously, I couldn't do what I do without you all, so thanks for all the support, always. Means so much. Let's stinkin' do this. Alrighty, here we go. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Whenever I end up getting on the live, I'm either too close and my volume's always too down, so we're good. We're good. Happy to have you. Super excited we could make this work. Can you hear me here okay?
Yeah, I can hear you okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, we're golden. Ready to rock and roll. So I'll start out with a little intro and then allow you an opportunity to add anything in if you think I missed anything, and then we'll just go ahead with the questions.
Sounds good.
All right, so hi everybody, welcome to the next episode of Chat E. Chat E is an opportunity for young entrepreneurs, content creators, and people just up to cool things in their community to share their stories. Thank goodness the world's finally opening, so we're kind of able to get back to life right now. But during quarantine, people started up some really, really awesome things. People have grown into the next best thing, the greatest version of themselves, and I've been able to connect with so many of them, so glad to have you all here. My guest tonight is Pearl Davis, so happy to have you. She is a TikToker, content creator, and I have been following her story and her videos, her realness, and also like super funny, goofy, just like all kinds of cool stuff going on for quite some time. So very thrilled to have you as a guest this evening.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Of course, you're welcome. Anything else you want to add before we get started?
No.
All right, perfect. we can just rock and roll. Sounds good. All right, so like I said, I came across you on TikTok. You are a content creator and really have blown up. You know, you've grown a lot. I've kind of watched you grow, which is really exciting. Congratulations. Fun to kind of follow your story. But how did you get started on TikTok?
When did you start following me on TikTok?
It's probably been like 5 or 6 months, I'd say.
Okay.
Like a while. Pretty solid amount of time. Oh no.
Oh, okay.
We're good. You're good.
Okay. Well, I started about a year ago now. It was actually around the 4th of July. And I posted a video that ended up getting like 5 million views. It was my parents' water slide. So they actually bought a water slide from this water park. It's called Magic Waters. And yeah, I just kind of told the story of how the town like didn't want us to put up this like giant and I'm talking like massive water slide in our backyard.
Okay.
Yeah, so I told that story and it ended up getting me like 4 or 5 million views, and then I just started posting like every day after that, pretty much.
Awesome. And then have just built and doing all kinds of cool stuff from here on out, so that's great. TikTok has been such a great platform for so many people, especially over quarantine, to like build community and connect with new people and just like grow and figure, like I said before, figure themselves out overall, I feel like. So when you kind of started, did you have any expectation to kind of like build and be where you are today?
No, I always say that I actually accidentally became a full-time like social media influencer.
Totally, yeah.
Because I was supposed to go to England in January and play basketball.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah.
So back in October, everything was opening up, and so I quit my job and I was ready to go. And then my season ended up getting canceled, so I just decided to do social media full-time. But I didn't really have any real expectations or anything. I just was like, I'm gonna do the best I can and see what happens.
Yeah, no, that's super cool. Well, I feel like for it to kind of happen organically and for that to just take place is really sick, and that's the way it's supposed to happen, right? So did you play basketball? Like, was that like a big thing in your life before?
Yeah, I actually played 3 sports in college. So I did basketball, volleyball, and I ran track. Perk of going D3, you can like do a lot of sports there usually.
Totally. Good for you. That's awesome. When it comes to TikTok, people I've talked to a couple TikTokers before and just like connected with them, and they talk about the importance of having a niche and just kind of figuring out like what connects you to other people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I would say from my opinion. Like what I would say, you're just like funny and like real and like talking and like I feel like keeping it real deal. But what would you say your niche is, and if you don't think you really have one, the importance of one?
So okay, I feel like there's kind of two ways to look at it.
Yeah.
I do think there is a benefit in having a niche. One being if you're trying to monetize like quickly.
Right.
Advertisers can see what you do. So back when I was doing, there was a point where I was doing like relationship quizzes where like people would send like quizzes to their exes and I would just read them. If I kept going with that, it'd be really easy to figure out what brands I'd want to work with. So like a dating app or like anything in like the relationship, like stuff that women would want to buy.
Sure.
But when I was making my account, I kind of had the idea was I really just wanted to be 100% myself. Totally. And if I just kept at that for like 3-4 years, I felt like at some point, like brands would start to recognize me and want to work with me.
Right.
But I will say, like, if you have a niche, I would guess you would probably grow faster than I did, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Well, truly, some of the things that you've been up to lately, super fun and super cool. I saw you just hanging out with the D'Amelios, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And then I really thought that was your car when you told me it wasn't.
Oh my God.
I know like what cars look like nice and fancy, but I like didn't second guess it for 1 second. So when you told me that, I was like, oh, okay, I had no idea.
No, I was kidding. That car that's like a Rolls Royce, so that's worth so much money.
No, and like when you say that, I know that too, but I didn't like look at it close enough. Yeah. I just like didn't even know. So that was so funny, but super cool. When it comes down to like inspiration for content, and we can kind of dive into your current like series, what you're doing, which I think is so funny and I love it. And just like inspirational, like cool, ballsy. Where do you usually get your inspiration for the content that you create, especially because you're like doing this full time and you're making so many videos?
I would say for the rejection therapy, I got that idea from someone else actually. So there's a guy that did it before and I saw him speak a couple years ago and he just talked about how it like doing 100 days of rejection therapy like changed his life and like made him so not afraid of rejection, just to go after whatever you want. And when I heard him do that, like it's just kind of been in the back of my mind for like years. So that, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to do it because he did it. And I knew no one else was doing it on TikTok. So if I have an idea for content and I know nobody else is doing it on a certain platform, like that makes me just want to do it like faster and faster.
Yeah, you want to beat them to the punch. No,
yeah,
totally. So for anyone that doesn't know about this rejection series, what is it? Rejection therapy series.
Yeah.
Pearl's going up for 100 days to different people, knowing that like the questions that she asked might be a little crazy and just big questions, like likelihood that they might not say yes to her. She went up to a fire station the other day and asked them if she could ride on the fire truck, and just like being okay accepting rejection. And I just think that's so ballsy and awesome. Like I feel like I'm pretty comfortable with people. I like people a lot, but even things like that I would be like
Well, yeah, and what you guys don't see behind the camera is sometimes like I'm in my car like convincing myself to do them.
Right.
Like I've been going to a mall for like 45 minutes just like walking around trying to convince myself to like do it. But
no, of course. And some of it's like really intense, and also, you know, it's good for you to be transparent and real about that too. I saw another one of your videos recently with the Chicago Bulls and stuff, just about like what goes on behind the camera, and just like there's so much that takes place before content is created, and just like things become what everyone sees. So that transparency and all of that is really important and cool. So of the rejection therapy little challenges that you've put yourself up to recently, what has been your favorite one?
I haven't posted the results of this yet, but I called the president of the Bucks and asked if I could interview him, and he actually let me. I interviewed him a couple days ago.
That's so cool.
Yeah, which was actually really cool. I still have to edit the video, so I haven't posted it yet, but just the fact that like he was like, yeah, come on in, like it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, you miss 100% of the chances that you don't take, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. And which one made you the most like uncomfortable?
Oh God, probably when I went door to door asking in rich neighborhoods, asking if they wanted to be my friend. Like, that was probably my worst one. So there was a couple that my video didn't like get very well. So I was kind of hoping to just be done, and then I'd like go back and see the video I didn't get good footage, and I was like, oh, I gotta do it again. No.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And then when it comes to like some of those, especially if it wasn't like on the little recording box right outside of their house, and certain things you're doing close by, how do you ask, like, and this is just me, I follow TikTokers and watch them a lot, but I haven't like gotten into posting yet too much. I overanalyze what my niche could be, so I'm like, what do I do? But anyway, do you like kind of like just go for it, or do you have to talk to the people beforehand? Because I saw someone was like, don't do that.
No, I have like I don't have it with me, but it's
the
like
little screen thing.
yeah,
like
and
a
it's
little
like
clear.
so in my head it's like it's pretty obvious that I'm like filming, so I'm not really trying to like hide it by any means, but if they like tell me to stop, I will. But especially in like a public place, you're being recorded all the time. Like 100% of the time you're being recorded in public, so I don't really see a problem with it, you know.
No, I agree. And if it's in a place, especially if it is pretty noticeable, then if someone has a So what a lot of people don't know when becoming especially a full-time content creator and like making this your gig, like your life and everything, there is a lot of time and effort that goes into it. I feel like a lot of people think like content creators are so cool, which you guys are, but like they don't realize how much work you do in regards to editing your videos and, you know, missing a shot, so you have to go do it again. So do you want to just talk about that again, like if you were kind of prepared for how much it would take and just like what you've learned from it?
Yeah, I kind of knew going in, because it was when about a year ago is when I taught myself just to okay, I'm back.
You're good.
Okay. About a year ago when I started like teaching myself how to edit, it took me like probably 2 weeks to get like proficient and just like learning how to use iMovie. I don't know if that's typical. I might just be like, but for me, I kind of had a feeling going in that like money isn't easy. So making money doing what everyone wants to do, I knew there would be more that goes into it than like I thought.
Totally, yeah.
Because my dad's like always told me that there's more that goes into stuff than you think, just in general.
Yeah, no, I entirely agree. Yeah, I just feel like because we oftentimes, like as bystanders and as the, like watching, we see the videos and everything when it's perfect, when it looks beautiful and it's done.
Yeah.
But then we just like literally have no idea. And like the way I've even learned that it's more is from talking to other people like you, to just be like, hey, this is actually pretty hard. So since you have grown so much on TikTok, do you want to you've made some really cool connections with big people. So what have you, and just with like building a community and having people know who you are and want to check out what's going on in your life, how has that kind of like changed things for you overall? I feel like you're just kind of like, with and around new people.
Do you mean like change things in my day-to-day life, or?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, in your day-to-day life.
I'd say, well, it's kind of funny because people that I don't even know that well, I didn't realize like watched my content.
Right.
So I'd say that's the biggest change. Is like I went to a hairdresser that I hadn't seen in like 3 years, and she's like, I love your videos, and she's asking me like very specific things about like all these different videos.
That's so cool.
So yeah, it's cool, but sometimes it kind of like it's kind of a weird, I don't know how to describe it, but I bet other content creators know this feeling is like when somebody knows you very well, but you don't know them well, like at all. Right. It's kind of like a weird, I'd say that's like the biggest change in my life is that all these people know all these things about me, but a lot of times like I don't know anything about them.
Yeah, I mean, well, like you're putting yourself out there and they want to know. Like that's why they
Yeah.
follow you, is because they're actually intrigued by what you're doing.
Yeah.
I've been watching you 5 or 6 months. I was like intrigued. Like knew who you
Yeah.
were, know what's going on. So I mean,
Yeah.
I get that, but I can only imagine how that feels.
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
time
and it's
I go ahead, sorry.
it's not necessarily like a bad thing at all. It's just sometimes like I'm just kind of taken aback by like random people like knowing who I am or like what I'm doing all the time, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, it's exciting stuff, you know, and some things that you probably wouldn't be doing if this hadn't been a path that kind of like formed for itself in front of you. So really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So also seen a lot of this on TikTok of people just finding love, and your relationship is so exciting. Congratulations on your relationship with Wanya. I've been following you guys too. Do you want to just share about that a little bit for anyone that doesn't know just how you guys connected over TikTok?
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's like seen videos of him, but he does like the angry reactions where he'll like scream at like positive things at people is the best way I know to describe it. But I saw a video of him when he was smiling and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's like actually really cute because he looks so different when he like smiles
Right,
and like,
right.
when he has like the super angry face. So I just started making videos, like shooting my shot, like just saying that I thought he was cute, whatever. And then I knew he was in Chicago too. So it took like it was like the last video that I was going to make because I was thinking like, if I make another video about him, like it's going to look sad. Like I can't make many more of these. But yeah, it turned out he hadn't seen any of the videos. And the video that I said was the last one that I was going to make about him. He saw it and then we met up and then we started dating like a couple weeks later.
That's so exciting, and I love watching you guys' journey, and it seems like, you know, continuing to grow and just really exciting. I feel like it's so crazy that TikTok has become the platform that it has too for people to be able to connect like that. I've seen so many videos about, you know, flights and taking flights and doing all of the, like, figure out where you want to go or like to find the person that you've just connected with. So that's awesome. Congrats on that too. So right away when you got that video that had the 5 million views with the water slide and everything, did your following just kind of like pop off and like grow right then and there, or did it take some time for you, just for anyone who's getting into TikTok now and hasn't really been familiar with the algorithm and how it works?
That video probably got me like 30,000 followers.
Oh, that's so crazy.
So after then that I like doubled it pretty much every month. So like went 30 one month and 60, then 120 the next, then like around 300, you know. So every month I pretty much doubled what I had.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. And then what is the importance of consistency if that is something that you decide that you want to do, is just grow your platform?
In the beginning, I think it's really important to be, it doesn't even have to be consistent, but just like frequency, I would say. Because especially when you don't know what you're good at posting about. So when I first started, like because I don't live by the water slide, so I couldn't really keep up with that content. So I just posted like literally anything and everything until something hit. And if you find something that hits, to do that over and over and over again until like you milk it and it's done.
Go ahead.
So if you look at like the top, like even Wanye, like he found something that works and that's like all he does. And he just does it over and over and over again. Right. Until like people stop watching it and then you do something else, but people haven't stopped.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people like Anna Sitar, someone was just saying, she's like really big, and someone was saying that she just recently kind of switched her niche, or I was like reading something, because now that everyone knows who she is, she can. So it's kind of like finding it and like growing and building, and people like know what they like, and then you're able to switch it up. Yeah. In regards to social media, is TikTok the main way that you've like connected with people and kind of used to build yourself, or do you use your other social media platforms to kind of do that as well?
Lately I've actually used YouTube, probably more. I have like way less followers on YouTube, but I actually probably make more money on YouTube than I do TikTok. And have met with more like creators and stuff. TikTok's like cool and it's a really good way to like explode quickly. But in terms of like money off of views, like YouTube typically does like pays you a little bit more.
True, especially if you're doing that as a full-time thing. So. True. Yeah, that's amazing. What were you guys doing with the Chicago? Both you and Wanya, both from Chicago. So what were you guys up to and doing with the Bulls? I was like, this is so fun. And that's how I remembered you were from Chicago when I asked you, because I was like, she was just there. That video was just posted.
Oh, so he did like Benny the Bull. They had like an event for Wanya. It was Wanya and then 3 Corey they invited. So they just did, it was like a charity, a live event. Cool. And it was on their page. I just got to go. And since I was there, I did some TikToks with the Bull.
Sure, of course. That's so fun. That's so awesome. Have you always lived in Chicago?
Well, I don't live in real Chicago. I live in the suburbs, but like, yeah, I've always lived in the suburbs.
Yeah, Chicago's so fun. I have a friend who lives around there too. I have a couple, but that's really cool. I like Chicago a lot. I've only been there once and it was freezing cold, but I can't wait to go back. I feel like most people, when they say they live in Chicago, most of the time it's in the suburbs too. If you were to describe yourself in 3 words or use 3 words that you think other people would use to describe you, what would they be and why?
Oh, you sent me this question. I totally forgot to answer it before.
That's okay. The whole intent of it is kind of make you think about it. If you didn't beforehand, it's okay.
Let's see. Probably goofy, fun, and like upbeat. Maybe that's probably what I would say.
I feel like, I think I said this already, but the connection that you make all of your videos and everything that you're doing to your real life and incorporating like your friends and like just like the life that you're living, I feel like is great. And it's also makes you very relatable for other people, because just like, even though you've built this great platform and, you know, are a content creator now, you still are like a real person. And I can definitely get the goofiness and like the fun through all of your videos. So
yeah. Thank you. That's what that's good to hear, because that's really what I try. I try to be like I try to like look at the camera like I'm talking to my friend on FaceTime. Like that's like how I try to do it.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. That's a good way. I feel like, and I've said this a bunch of times just on Chatty in general, but I feel like people can see through you, you know, not you, just like in general. If you're like pretending and like have some act going on, and just like you said before, your intention is to be super authentic and bring forth like the full package, like not trying to hide anything. I think you're doing a really great job with that, so that's good. That's important, because that's why people follow you, because they know that you're real.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So you are already doing the content creation full time, which is so exciting, so cool. What are your goals for the future in regards to like building, expanding, just what you want to help in the future?
My next goals, I really want to hit 1 million on TikTok, and I want to hit 100,000 on YouTube. So yeah, that's like my next goal that I have for the platforms that I'm on. And I want to hit 10,000 on Instagram, but Instagram's like, I'm trying to build up TikTok and YouTube first, and then I'll worry about Instagram.
No, yeah, I feel that. Mine, I've had like a big following on Instagram for a while, because I just have like through different things that I've built, but it's been so stagnant and consistent for like a really long time. Like a bunch of people follow and then people unfollow all the time. So I feel like you said, with TikTok being a good one to just build quickly. And then so many TikTokers go to YouTube because that's where you have that platform. So like you said, that's a good way to do it. And then you get that cool plaque. What's it? The YouTube thing?
I actually didn't even know that they send you a plaque.
It's like some official, Johnny Q got one. I interviewed him a while ago, if you know him, the spin artist. And so, this girl, Nicole, I don't know her last name, she's a TikToker too, but I saw it, and it's just like this big plaque when you get 100,000 on YouTube, and they send it to you, and it's like all official.
Oh,
hi from Poland. So cool. So fun. Cool. And someone else said something in another language. That's awesome. All right, so in regards, just kind of as we wrap things up, I think you're awesome. I'm so glad that you were able to chat with me, and good luck with reaching 1 million. You're not far at all. I think I looked at some of your videos like yesterday or earlier today, and maybe I'm tripping, but I think it was like 800,000, and then it was like 820.
Yeah, 800, yeah, I got the last 20K came from the Rejection therapy series. So yeah, that's actually been blowing up pretty quick.
Yeah, no, it's so good. And you have so much more to go, right? You're on like day 24, 25.
Yeah, oh God, I have a lot more to do.
Have you gotten them like planned out, a lot of them?
No, no, not at all.
Love that.
I literally just like the day of, I should, like, I probably would do so much better if I did, but the day of, I just think, what do I want to do today? And I just go do it. So I probably could.
Like a big personality thing too, because I'm like that too. I just figured out the day of, like, wing it and hope for the best. But some people would need to plan it. I really hope you do go back and get a ride on that fire truck, by the way. I hope they let you. He sounded like he would in the future.
Yeah, I hope so.
So fingers crossed. And that lady with your name on the restaurant or something, she was not having it.
Oh my God, that might have been the worst one. I've never had someone call me out for filming. I might take it back. That was the worst one.
Yeah, she just like was not having it, but I don't know why. It's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. It was all fun, and I mean, you did what you were supposed to. It was great. You killed it. Just so, like I said, thanks again so much for chatting with me. Just in regards to tips you would give to people who are interested in going after becoming a content creator, a TikToker, or just starting a business. Starting to go on a weight loss journey. Anything that's like a big goal in mind that might not seem something tangible right away. Do you have any tips for them?
In terms of being a content creator, I would say post every day. If you don't have a following, like, challenge yourself to post every single day, at least once. Because if you just keep up with the quantity, you're going to find something that hits.
True. It's just about the consistency for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something I'll like start getting excited about TikTok. I have like 2,000 followers on TikTok, and I'll be like posting for like 3 days, and then I just stop, and I'll like and I just gotta figure that out too.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I will send you an email link with the link to our interview, which will be on my YouTube channel at Elko Community Building. And it was such a pleasure to connect with you. I hope you have a wonderful night and can't wait to see that 1 million happen.
Okay, thanks so much.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.